Hey friends, this is the MrsVolfie from our Half Acre Homestead, and today we're going to make butter tarts. This recipe came from my Aunt Josie, God rest her soul. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some raisins and or pecans or walnuts or whatever you want. Traditional butter tarts are made with raisins. You're going to need some pastry. If you don't know how to make pie pastry, then just go on over to our Half Acre Homestead and search in my playlists in the kitchen playlist, and you'll find my pastry recipe and how to make it. This is the real butter tart recipe. 1.5 cups of brown sugar. 1/4 pound of softened salted butter. The only reason I'm using salted butter is because if I didn't, I'd have to add salt, so why bother? 2 fresh eggs. That's it. 2 fresh eggs, 1/4 pound of butter, or 1 stick for my American friends, and 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Let's get started. Okay, so first things first, we want to get our tart shells ready. And you're going to need something at about, this is close to 6 inches in diameter, 5 to 6 inches in diameter. I'm just using a cookie tin. Our canned flour. I'm going to take about half of it. I made this up earlier and just put it in the fridge to chill. Remember folks, don't overwork your pastry. First set. We're just going to pop it in here and just spread it up around the edge. That's a perfect fit, isn't it? So when I have my tart tins lined with their pastry shells, we'll be back. Okay, so now we have our pastry shells ready. Okay, so in 1 tray of our tart shells, I'm going to put some pecans in the bottom of the shell. And in the other one, we're going to put raisins in the bottom of our tart shells. Not too many, folks, because you want to save room for the filling, right? So we don't want to over put too many raisins, but you want enough to lightly coat the bottom of each shell. Okay, and then we mix. We start with the butter and the sugar. Now some people say, you know, you need to put corn syrup in the butter tart. No. Our fresh eggs, collected yesterday. And we're going to beat the bejeebers out of them. Right into this. Start by beating the eggs. And then go around the outside and bring in the sugar and the butter. You whip the eggs in, it gets lighter and lighter. That's what we want to see. You want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Now you don't want to put too much filling in the tart tray. Why? Because this stuff expands, it puffs up, there's eggs in it. So you put about a tablespoon. Like a pumpkin pie, these will rise up to a certain degree as they're cooking. Okay, I have quite a bit left over. So I'm assuming this recipe will make at least 18 tarts. Now your second rolling of your leftover pastry is not going to be as light because it's leftover pastry. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll this pastry out. I'm going to make a couple of little single pies. Which is, you know what Papa's going to grab or reach for. Yeah, this easily would make 18 tarts, folks. One for me, one for Papa. It's funny, you know, I made these tarts for my wedding because we had a backyard wedding and I did a lot of the cooking. It was potluck, but I made sure there was lots. And my Uncle Joe, my Aunt Josie's husband, my mom's older brother, made a beeline right for these butter tarts. Because he knew the only recipe I would make would be Aunt Josie's. So there we go. Now I'm going to put these all on a cookie sheet just in case they overflow. And I'm going to bake these for 10 minutes at 400 degrees and then turn it down to 350 for a further 20 minutes. We'll see you when these come out of the oven. Yummy! Okay, so we'll see you when Daddy comes home to try. This is my Aunt Josie's recipe, but I used pecans for you. Hear the crunch of that pastry. Let's see the inside. Hang on. Zoo.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. There you go. Enjoy your tarts, dear. This is the MrsVolfie from our half-acre homestead saying butter tarts. Totally Canadian, totally awesome.